What's up, Walking My Game? It's Red K, back at you with another video. I told you it wouldn't be long. Before we came back, we're starting to make more videos more regularly. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave comments. We're starting to get on that as well. And we're going to be putting out our little shorts if you haven't seen a couple of them already. So check it out. So this story right here, I was scrolling event hubs, and this is a new thing we got going on. Frame data versus no frame data. All right. So you got Punk the God here. Laying the gauntlet down, being like, low-key, frame data ruins fighting games. It's way more exciting and fun when people, I'm not gonna say that for YouTube's sake, don't actually know the number and just play by feel and raw knowledge, you know? And I kind of get that a little bit. You know, I'm a boomer, I'm an old FGC old timer, so I kind of get that. You go from the quarter zone, you know what I'm saying? DPs from the quarter zone. Shout out to the King gang. But everybody doesn't quite feel that way. We scroll down, they got the kind of whole conversation text exchange going on. So check it out. We got Typhonia saying, numbers or no numbers, people will eventually figure it out anyway. Because that's right. Before there was frame data in the actual game, they had frame data online. You can go check it out and see what it is. Tekken has always had frame data online and stuff. Punk continues by responding saying, yeah, it's more hype that way though. Being in tournaments, when you don't know something, I'm like, damn, that's punishable. Then a nerd near me, I'm usually that nerd, is like, yeah, it's -5. Like, bruh, I don't care. I just want to know if I could punish it or not. I just want to know if it was a punish. Oh yeah, that's true. Because, you know, sometimes in fighting games, you might press a button late or something like that, so it might not be a true punish, which is why you probably need frame data to know, but, you know, whatever. So, Brian F gets in on the action, saying the easiest way to know if it's a punish is if you have frame data, which is what I just said. Punk goes back and says, nah, bro, you gotta just believe it's a punish and go for it. You get bodied, cause if you get bodied because of it, you got your answer. That's old school FGC stats. How old is Punk, man? Anyways, Brian F comes back, says, I mean, I touched the stove to see if it's hot, too, but I have the data to double check The double check is amazing. I gotta agree with Brian F on that one. I really can't believe people think less information is better. Just close your eyes and don't look at the numbers, LOL. We got Javits. Actually, the whole FGC kind of this is a hot button topic right here. This is almost as hot button as having directional inputs for super moves and stuff like that. Javis says, I kind of agree, but with new games, have a huge input buffer, so it's easy to do reversals, buttons when it's your turn, so you're forced to know the data. Exactly. In fighting games nowadays, they put such a buffer. You can be buffering the reversal as you're getting hit to make sure it comes out on time. And then, you know, frame data be damned. You got to know they're going to get the punish either way. So you better make sure you're safe. And then we got Sanford Kelly. Sanford Kelly chimes in by saying, I said this about Street Fighter V. If I said this about Street Fighter V, Twitter would literally flame me as a hot take. What you speak, Punk, is older FGC in general. This ish today have rules all over it. How you gotta let someone activate a comeback mechanic? Think about that. I think Sanford Kelly just took it a little bit too far by going into the comeback mechanic and stuff like that. But I mean, you know, this really is how old is Punk? So Punk is actually 23. He's got a birthday coming up. Shout out to the Leo gang, you know what I'm saying? So he's not really a boomer, I guess, but I guess technically everybody who plays Street Fighter 4 is now a boomer. That 6 is coming out or whatever the case is. But he's really not, you know, he's kind of a younger gamer, and this is like a mindset from an older FGC standpoint. Like Sanford Kelly, of course, Javits, of course. A lot of these older gamers live by this stuff. But you know, I'm from the old school. You know, I'm a FGC boomer. I just had a birthday that passed, so I got the proof and everything. I literally used to put my Nintendo cartridges in the freezer to make them work. So I qualify for this. You know, we come from the get good generation of games, as they used to call it. So basically, you would go to the arcade or play games, whatever the case is like that, and you would never actually know if you were basically doing the wrong thing and not doing the right thing. You know, if I know how to throw a fireball, I'm not gonna tell you how to throw a fireball, because that's knowledge I have over you, and I would just keep getting beat. And you know, you would say, hey, how do you do that? How do you get better? And they would just tell you to get good. So I come from that generation where we didn't have a lot of internet and a lot of like ways to figure out what's going on. So I'm like Brian F. More information is the best. So like I said, that FGC boomer mindset, you know, like they'd be like, get good, scrub, and that would be your motivation to actually get good. You know, people that were built for that, they would go, they would play the game, they get better at the game, come back and they beat you. But everybody's not like that, and everybody doesn't learn that way. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I know from like doing math. Like I hate to say like put like work with like gaming stuff, but you know, people learn differently. You know, so some people learn by going online matches. Some people learn by having casuals, playing people better than. Some people are like lab monsters. Like me personally, I'm a lab monster, right? So the more information I have, the better. I don't even like playing a character if I don't know them like inside and out, what the punishes are. I'm kind of a slime ball when I play fighting games, so I like to know what I can get away with, you know, what's not punishable, what is punishable, and frame data is the best way to figure that stuff out, you know what I mean? More reason I like frame data is because, you know, these games are lasting like 5 and 10, like Street Fighter 5 is almost 10 years old. Like the amount of patches that come in this game, like the game changes and you don't even know. Like something like a +3 on a move gives you a whole new combo that you might not know otherwise. So because of patches and things like that too, is another reason I think that, you know, frame data, it's not going anywhere. It is a thing in the future. I remember like, I want to say MKX might have been the first game where I really started to look at frame data, and it definitely made me a better player and knowing what I couldn't get away with it. And what I was doing, I was just playing dumb, you know what I mean? But I do get what Punk's saying, that basically the the mystery of the game, like figuring the game out on your own, if that's the type of player you are, it's kind of gone, because you can just go online, figure it out, and know why. You know what I mean? But information is basically what fighting games are about. Like fighting games, the difference between pros and people who are just regular FGC players that go to tournaments maybe, or just play online casually, is the amount of information. Okay, first of all, it's God-given talent. Some people are just God-givenly talented at these fighting games, and you could just, they just been good their whole life. They just have a feel for it. And another thing is just information. You know what I mean? Like if you play Ryu and we're playing Street Fighter 2, and you know how to do a Hadouken or a Shoryuken, and I don't, you're the better Ryu player. Information, and maybe there should be some kind of gatekeeper behind the information, but I mean, that would make the difference between top tier players and regular players even greater. So I don't know. You know, it's a good conversation. I don't think it's one that has a right answer. There is fun and mystery in finding out on your own what is punishment, what isn't punishable. And I feel more secure as a player for the style of player I am, how I learn fighting games, and having all the information in my tips. Like a game like Guilty Gear Strive, right? I don't have any frame data, and I'm losing my ish. You know what I'm saying? Like after playing MK11, all the frame data, even though it's not exactly correct, like I think they be giving you wrong frame data on purpose, but that's a whole another thing with the MK community. And you know, Street Fighter, the practice mode is great actually. I don't know. What do you guys think? Frame data, good, bad, indifferent? Having more information, I think is great, but you might think kills the game like Punk the God does. Let me know. Keep writing for all your gaming news. Red K for Wally Mob Gaming. I'm out. Peace.